Well, Senator Dilble, we have had about 40 times more time placed into considering this resolution than we did in our caucus, and you probably did in your caucus. So there's nothing surprising here. The question is, are we going to exercise the rhetoric that we heard earlier today from Senator Seeberger and others? And Senator Latz, this is not about authority. The President pro tem has no authority over you or me or any other member here. This is the person that we call on and trust to be able to carry out the responsibility of hearing the members of this body. For it is the membership in the body that runs the place. It is not the President. It is not the President pro tem. It is not the majority leader. It is not the minority leader. It is the body that runs the place. That is where the authority comes from. And members, I am interested to see whether this body has in it the will to do what we heard earlier or not. And Mr. President and members, I share the frustration, and it's harbored inside of me, Mr. President, about how the last session ended. As I watched, members, as Senator Howe had the floor taken away from him. The dignity was stripped from him, Mr. President. It was stripped from every one of his constituents. By the way we ended this session, foisted before us was a 1,400-page bill that not a single member here had read, that not a single member here had seen before. All of the rules of the majority were run over by the majority in pursuit of their ideologically driven pursuit of policy. The ends justified the means. That was the antithesis of what we are hearing today from members here saying that even though I'm a Democrat, I'd be willing to vote with the Republicans. Or maybe that's not exactly what I heard. I'd be willing to not always vote with my party. Well, we saw several votes, members, where one Democrat did not vote with their party. They didn't vote against their party either. But they still got the outcome, Mr. President, of their party. In that case, it could be said that that member got their cake and ate it too. Mr. President, members, what I am looking for with this amendment is whether there is the will in this body by some of the members, maybe the Blue Dog Democrats we've heard about. Maybe they are Blue Dog Democrats that will actually reach across the aisle and share the President pro tem responsibility. And prove to the rest of us, Mr. President, and to Minnesota, that they are truly on a mission to achieve bipartisanship, and that they are the Blue Dog Democrats and not the yellow-bellied lapdog show caucus. Which is it that's going to show up on this vote, Mr. President? A group that says it's bipartisan, or one that's there just for show? That's what I'm interested in, Mr. President. Mr. President, members, I encourage your support for this very simple and bipartisan amendment. Thank you, Mr. President.
All members having voted who desires to vote, the Secretary will close the roll. There being 33 ayes and 34 noes, the Jaskowski amendment is not adopted. Members will on the